Hello my friends and welcome to this promo video about the Winter Games tournament. The Winter Games tournament will be starting on Monday the 12th of February and will of course be started with the qualifying rounds. You can practice all these holes on separate tours, which will be Tour 2 for Rookie Division, and for Pro and Expert Division it will be Tour 7. If you're playing Masters, you're not able to practice any of these holes from the third tee, so I do suggest that you use the first day of qualifier to practice your Masters round, take your notes, and then go at it on Tuesday as well. There is some changes when it comes to the tiebreaker and the tournament structure, and I'm gonna go through that in the end to read a little bit about the update. But first of all, do not forget to subscribe to the channel if you do have any type of questions about this upcoming tournament or the tiebreakers. Do not hesitate to make a comment in the comment section below, and I will be happy to answer you in the best way possible. So, okay, let's start. First of all, we do have, as every other tournament, we do have 3 rounds. Qualifying rounds, opening round, weekend round. You play 9 holes in the qualifying round, 18 holes in the opening round, and 18 holes in the weekend round. Top 50% go through from the qualifying round. That is the same for opening round, and the weekend round everybody is guaranteed a prize chest. So I'm gonna go through to the next page here. Scoring is based on shots taken. The fewer shots you complete your matches in, the higher you will rank. So for an example here, Tiffany finished with -6 of the 9 holes, and Seb has -5 of the 9 holes. That means that Tiffany will come on top of Seb and win that bracket. Shootouts that you play in the tournament do not count towards your score. So if you don't want to play the shootouts, you can forfeit them. Otherwise, the shootout is there to prevent you to lose coins, which you will win instead if you do win your shootout game or your game in general. Prizes: win prizes of chests, coins and balls. Prizes are awarded to players who reach the weekend round. Enter a higher level to win the biggest prizes. And you can see here on the prize, if we start with Rookie, we do have an entry fee of 10,000 coins. Fee per game is 1,000 and winnings per game is 2,000. And you can see here that in the weekend round there will be 100 people in each and every weekend round bracket, and everybody will be guaranteed a prize chest. Of course, if you come in the bottom, you will get a little bit worse prize chest than you get for coming on top. If you win in Rookie, you will receive 100 Titan balls, 300,000 coins, and a lot of cards as well. And that is really good. If you're new to the game and are proceeding through the tours, you do need a ball at the higher tour, and also you need upgraded clubs. So be alerted to go for your best. Pro Division, its entry fee 100,000, so you take the entry fee in Rookie and multiply it with 10. And same for fee per game, 10,000, winners per game 20,000. You can see here that we have Kingmakers, which is the best ball in the game, on first prize and down to top 25. Then we have Katanas. We also do have some navigators in the end, and of course each and every one in the bracket, in the weekend round bracket, will receive a prize chest. Expert will multiply it again with 10 and get 1 million in entry fee. Fee per game 100,000 and winnings per game 200,000. Here you can see we have Kingmakers, and also more Kingmakers than we had in Pro. We have 300 Kingmakers for first prize, and that is definitely a prize chest that is worth it. And then otherwise we do have Titans to win from position 51 and down to position 100. The last but not least, we have Masters. Entry fee is 10 million, fee per game is 1 million, winnings per game 2 million. Here is where the top players is playing, and we are playing from the third tee. That's the biggest difference when it comes to Masters compared to the other ones, and of course some higher wins. So here you will be winning one of the new special balls called the Berserker, which gives you some more distance when it comes to the course. But at least you will be winning a lot more cards than when it comes to Expert. And we will have Berserkers all the way through until the 100th position. So here we do have the prizes, and I I'm gonna go through a little bit how the qualifying round works combined with the opening round, etc., etc. So I'm gonna go in here in the help section, press tournaments, and then we are going to actually take this one here in the bottom. What happens if I have the same score as anyone else in the tournament, in my tournament? First of all, we need to start with the qualification round. We are 20 people in each and every qualification bracket, and 50% go through, which is 10%. But if you do find yourself with the same score as the person in the 10th place, you will go through to the next round. So every person that has the same score as the person in the 10th position will go through to the next round, and that is because you shouldn't be able to miss going through to the next round, even if you have the same score as the last it's promoting position in the qualification round. But otherwise, rule 1, number of completed tournament matches. Rule 2, number of impressive scores. And we will come back to the impressive scores further ahead now in the with the opening round. Opening round, it has 100 people in each bracket. 50% of the people, also 50 people of that bracket, will go through to the weekend round. Then you will not go through if you have the same score as the 50th position in the opening round and you finish 65th. So we do go with some different rules here. So we have 4 rules. First of all, qualification round scores will be compared, lower the better. So if your opponent has -10 and you have -11 in the qualification round, qualifying round, and you both have -20 in the opening round, you will be on top of your opponent. Rule 2, number of completed tournament matches. The more matches completed during the tournament, the better. Of course, we all assume that each and every one will complete all the games, but if it for some reason your opponent completes 17 games in the opening round and you complete 18 games in the opening round, then you will be higher up than your opponent. Rule 3, this is new, and we come to number of impressive scores. We will compare the number of albatrosses, then eagles, then birdies, and then pars that each player scored in the opening round. And that may be kind of tricky to understand, but it goes like this. If we take away rule number 1 and rule number 2, when we say that, okay, everything is identical as it is right now, then we come to first to match the scorecards. For example, if you get an albatross in your opening round, I don't get an albatross in my opening round, then you will win over me. If we do have the same amount of albatrosses, 0 or 1 or 2 or 3, then we count eagles. If we do have the same amount of eagles, then it's birdies, and then after that it's par. And if that is still the same, then we go down to rule number 4, and it's impressive scores when it comes to the qualifying round. So we go down a notch, and then we compare albatrosses, eagles, and birdies, and then pars that each player scored in the qualification round. Players that are still tired of these rules share the position, but I will see that is not impossible, but very, very tough to be so. And then people maybe wonder, why aren't we comparing hole-in-ones? And that is a great question, but it's not in the rules, so it doesn't matter if you get 10 hole-in-ones and your opponent has 1 albatross and you have 0 albatross, your opponent will win over you. Weekend round works basically the same. 100 people in the bracket, 50 people of, not 50 people, all the people in the bracket will win a prize chest. Opening round scores will be compared, lower the better, as the first rule. So if you do have -20 in the opening round, your opponent has -29, and you have the same score in the weekend round, then your opponent will win with a -29. Rule 2, qualifying round scores will be compared, lower the better. Works the same way there. If you do have the same score for weekend round and then for opening round, then you will see which one has the better score in the qualifying round. And then we come to rule 4, 5, 6, and that is with the impressive scores. Again, compare the scores like with albatrosses, eagles, birdies, and pars in the weekend round. If that is still the same, then we go to the opening round, and then after that we go to qualifying round. And players that are still tired of this rule will share the position and will receive the same prize. So if you have exactly the same tiebreaker with all the rules combined, when it comes to the end of the weekend round, then you will get the same prize chest. So my friends, the new tiebreaker rules may be kind of tricky, and I do wish that you make a comment here on the video if you do have any questions. I'm here to help, and I will of course be talking about that on the stream. We will be streaming next week, and we are going to try to play an account in each division again. So again, I wish you all the best and a big good luck in the Winter Games tournament.